EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Williams to return. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
First down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now Burrow on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
On the pickup.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45, 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Good kickoff for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
A gain of 8
That was a
yards.
nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
The Ravens take over.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, here's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
John Ross.
A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Burrow on the keeper. Incomplete on the throw.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This will be caught at about the 5.
Burrow.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Samson Abuka in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
It's 4th down and goal.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. Had the nifty footwork, but only able to get it to his own 20.
Sean Williams brought him.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He's going deep for Brown. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
3rd down and 3.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
40-yard line.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Bengals nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Buying time to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Bengals 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Dominates the ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Bengal first down.
Now they go play action now. Burrow escaping the pressure right. That's complete to the tight end Sample. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Play action. It's Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Samson Abukum able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
And 12.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 21. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Logan Wilson on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bengals.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now he's flushed out right. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It's a gain of
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 13-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, he bowls over him. This one hauled in by Sample. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 12.
Burrow on play action.
Bengals.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And Burrow going to throw again. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To the air again, Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Drew Sample, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Yo. Sponge. No.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 30.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go one more. Mike, we're going.
To throw again, Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
All you got to do is look at
And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Ravens 35, Bengals 13. Justin Tucker to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Intended for John.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. He's got a man. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The former 1st-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 19. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
At the 48-yard line.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Drew Sample, the intended receiver.
And it's second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. He'll buy some time right. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 53 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Jackson.
Back to Brown, this time complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 21. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
13. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Abuka getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At their 48-yard line.
Check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. Wild Bill, Wild 18,
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Miles Jack working free that time to take him down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Burrow going for it on 4th. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He's going to let it go again. Room here to run. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
They'll take over.
And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are Deep.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game?
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 18-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens add on. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them the chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
The kicker on for the...
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line.
Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and got his man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.